but I can hear your voice. I know you brought me here, and I will make the choice to believe in our fear.
We are queens with beautiful faces. Courted by our kings, we rule these places. We came from greatness. We are royalty. Ha. You better recognize.
Hey Queens, welcome to Resetting Your Journey. I'm your host, Jasmine Dash, and it's time to accept the past, embrace the present, and change the future. Hey Queens, and we're back again with another episode of Resetting Your Journey. Today I'm here with Ashley Michelle of Too Loud Magazine. How are you, Ashley?
I'm awesome. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited.
Yes, of course. I'm excited too. So I'm just going to let you introduce yourself to everyone, let them know who you are, where you're from, a little background information.
Okay, cool. I'm Ash Michelle, like she said. I'm the fashion beauty editor for Too Loud Magazine. I'm also the lead interviewer for Too Loud Magazine. And that kind of entails I get to put together all the beauty and fashion that you see in the magazine, along with helpers, of course. I get to interview up-and-coming artists and celebrities, and go to fashion shows, and I mean all kind of fun stuff.
Awesome, awesome. And where are you from?
I'm originally from Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
And now Houston is my home, so I'm here in Houston.
Awesome. And those of you guys who don't know, Beaumont is fairly close to Houston, but
like what, an hour and a half?
Right?
Yeah, about an hour and a half drive.
Awesome. Yeah. So we just want to jump right into it. This is how we do things. Okay, cool. Your journey. What is the challenge that you faced before God pressed the reset button on your journey?
Oh wow, it's been so many challenges. The main challenge is when my husband lost his job. He lost his job. He was the sole provider for the family. So he made, the most income in the house. And so we lost our home. We lost cars, all kinds of stuff, And so that's what really got us started. And once all of those things happened, and then, he was trying to find a job and couldn't find one. So that was stressful. So he was like, I'm just going to create my own. So he was able to, start his own business. And so we went in together to do Too Loud Magazine. And that's when it kind of restarted for us. Yeah. After we had all of those losses, and then we were able to restart with Too Loud Magazine.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So with that, what was the pivotal moment that changed things for you? And I think you can even backtrack and just explain a little bit about what were you doing while he wasn't working, and a little bit of you as being his wife and going through that with him.
Number one, stressing the freak out. I was like, excuse me. I'm like, oh my God, are we going to pay these bills? Are we going to do this? But I would hope to say that he found strength in me also, but I kind of just, pulled up my skirt and was like, you know what? I'm going to work however many jobs I need to work. I was a manager at Lowe's, and then I also I was working part-time at Ryan's and finishing school. Okay. So, I was working, trying to finish school, and, I got my degree in education. I'm teacher during the day along with it, but so anyway, I found my strength in saying, you know what, okay, one of us has fallen short or had a shortcoming, and I'm going to step in and do my part. And that's what I did. We just worked through it. I was working my butt off, and going to school. Yeah. So.
And can you talk a little bit about, I know you shared a little bit of this when I met you last week, but talk about how it affected you. And I know your husband touched on this too. Yeah. But, that's what we want to really know is how did it affect you in a way that you had to change things for yourself to be able to go through those things, to be able to get up every day and do all those things that you had to do, because I'm sure it wasn't easy for you to just say, all right, one day we're going to have a magazine, and then we have a magazine and everything is lovely and we have everything back that we love. Talk about those moments, you know?
Okay. Well, how it affected me was, again, I was stressed, and I already had, which is hard for me to even talk about, because I have low self-esteem. I don't. People look at me and say, "Oh, she's pretty," but I don't see that. Mm-hmm. So that was a struggle for me, and going through that, just dealing with my own self issues and self-esteem issues. That was difficult, dealing with that, plus all the losses. So what we did to come together to do that, to create 2 Hour Magazine, is we actually I started a blog site with my friend, and she would get me to let's go out, let's cheer up, let's do some things. So we would drive to Houston and go out. Well, once we got to these clubs, it wasn't what we expected, and we were like, what in the world is this foolishness? So we would come back or whatever, and we decided, well, let's go ahead and do a club review. So we started a blog site, and we started reviewing clubs. Corey is a graphic designer, so I had him design the website and all that stuff. Well, that didn't work out. The website, me and her partnership didn't work out, but the website actually did really well. So then I started begging him to do a magazine. He was like, no, wait, we need to build up our fan base and everything like that. So then while he was creating his own job, he was a graphic designer. And so he was doing other odd jobs, graphic design work. So he actually met up with another local magazine in Houston called Kush. Okay. And so while we're still going through all that, he was able to get us like the entertainment section in Kush. And so we started going to clubs and putting the reviews in that entertainment section in the Kush. So I was interviewing different celebrities. We put those in there. Well, people are like, man, I really like that part of that magazine. I only pick it up because y'all's entertainment section in the magazine. Mm-hmm. And so that's when I finally got them hooked in. I'm like, yes, we could do our own magazine. Let's do this. And so that's how we actually started 2 Hour Magazine. After we got those great reviews from just that little section in the magazine, we were able to start 2 Hour Magazine. Awesome. Yeah. And you know what? Going through because people, they look at the magazine like, oh man, how did y'all get this? How did y'all do that? It's not, you're seeing the finished product. It is not as simple as people think it is. You don't have people who, like I touched on the panel discussion, who want to just, if you can help someone, help someone. Mm-hmm. Because by you helping that person, you could in turn receive a blessing. So in the entertainment industry, it's difficult to get people to want to like really help because they're afraid, oh man, they're going to, get further than me, so that's a whole nother story. But that's, some of the things that, we went through as a magazine, trying to find people to buy ads and support the magazine, is really difficult. And you have such a passion for what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And when people don't see that same vision, it's heartbreaking, So, but we've been getting a lot of good support, for the magazine and everything.
That's awesome. So you're talking about, and you're saying that sometimes people don't see that. Did a part of that affect your confidence as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you put your effort and work into anything, that you're giving someone a piece of you. Mm-hmm. And when you're sharing a piece of you, is personal. And when someone rejects you, which is a piece of you, mm-hmm. it's hard to deal with. Yeah. And I already had because I'm past that. I'm getting it. Yeah. So I'm coming through. But when I already had low self-esteem, I have 2 kids, and after I had my kids, I gained a lot of weight. So I wasn't at my fighting weight. Right. And so that also was a burden on me. And then you have all this stuff, you're losing everything, you have low self-esteem, you don't feel your best, and then people aren't accepting little pieces of you. Yeah. So yeah,
You had a lot coming at you.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
So how did you manage to like push through that? What helped you?
What helped me push through is the conversations that I would have with my husband. I know people hear communication. I'm telling you better communicate. But honest to God, communication. If you could just talk to your partner and tell your partner exactly how you're feeling, it lifts a weight off of you. Because the things that I was feeling, some of them he was feeling, and some of them he was like, what, are you kidding? I would never think that.
Yeah.
So the communication is what helped me. Just talking and understanding that I had someone there for me. No matter what size I am, how I'm looking in the morning, I had somebody there for me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Conversation.
That's
communication.
Awesome. Did you guys do a lot of praying together?
We did.
That's awesome.
And we actually have really gotten into prayer like we should.
That's cool.
You come and then you fall off and then you come back.
But that happens.
Right. And so we're back.
Yes.
I even wake him up and I'm like, did you pray this morning? Did you pray before you went to bed?
Right.
We gotta pray.
Yeah.
And we're making sure we're making it a routine to go to church on Sundays.
Yeah.
And I've even started going to Bible study. Miss Tuesday, but I'll be back. But we've been putting that routine into our household, and that's another. Oh my God,
that's good.
Yeah.
And then you have your children too. So
yes. So it's a whole family.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, with that, can you share one of your favorite scriptures?
Well, one, is Genesis 45, the story of Joseph. And the reason why I connected with it, I actually just reread the scripture a couple of days ago. And it was about, of course we know, but the point where Joseph had actually grew up and became the king of Egypt. And his family sold him into slavery. And by the time he became king, his brothers came to him. They didn't know who he was, but they came to him. They were starving. They were hungry. They lost all their money.
Yeah.
And what just touched me about that part of the story is the fact that God will put you through so much just so you can have that end result. He went through all of that, being sold into slavery and everything by his family. And the whole reason all of that happened was so that he could then turn around and help his family. Excuse me. So that story actually just, as you can see, connected with me, again, just reminded me that God will put you through these things to take you out of it or show you something better. And so,
agree.
Right.
Yes.
And so, I love that, and just, rereading that just really reconnected me with what I needed to be doing in my purpose.
Yes.
So.
It's okay. I should have bought tissues. That's
okay. I'm going to use this little napkin.
Yes.
Because you're trying to mess up my makeup.
I'm not trying.
You're trying to do it.
It happens. I cried last time I recorded it. I cried a lot, and I didn't have any napkins.
Oh, no.
Just trying to suck it up. But
Right.
These are all tears of joy because
Yes.
God does some amazing and miraculous things that you don't even know that He's working on your behalf constantly, each and every day. And the things that you're going through, you don't even recognize that. Why am I going through this? You struggling, you feeling like this, but God is like, but I have a bigger plan. I have a better plan for you. I have great things in store for you. If you just keep on just a little bit, just chip away just a little bit more, then you'll get there.
Exactly.
And it'll be awesome. And that's what I live for. I live for those moments because I know and you can't tell me that God is not real and that He's not working on my behalf, because I think about these things and I'm like, but He done brought me through this and He took me here and He took her there and He took her there and him. And if I've seen that and I know that we have these stories to remind us, and not necessarily stories, but we have the history encoded into the Word. It's there for us, for a purpose, to let us know that He is there and He's never going to leave you.
Exactly.
And it's so awesome. And he prepares you for everything and anything. I could talk about that all day.
Yay! I can tell it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to jump to the next question.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, what is it that you do daily to let your light shine?
Daily? Well, I teach during the day.
Okay.
And so I daily, have that. But anytime I meet someone, I speak. And I feel like that is so important. And just speaking to someone, getting to know them, talking to them, what are you doing? What are you about? It's to me a light.
Yeah.
People don't want to speak to each other. How are you going to know that this person can help you on to the next level if you don't even speak? And so I try my hardest to smile. Every day I try to smile all the time. And I try to speak to people. I don't care if you are a stranger, if you look odd. I try to speak. I try to ask you a question. Anything.
Yeah.
And so that's how I let my light shine every day. I speak and I smile.
That's awesome.
Excuse me.
So if y'all see Ashley walking around, just make sure you say, hey.
Yes, please speak. And smile. You smile. I'm going to speak back, I promise.
Yes. Awesome.
Might not remember who you are, but I'm going to play it off. Hey, girl. How you doing?
That's okay. Hey,
Right.
start.
I will always speak.
Yes. So, talk a little bit about your past. Like, as you were growing up, if you don't mind sharing a little bit of that.
Okay.
Briefly.
Okay. Well, actually, I am statistic. My parents are divorced. My dad's a doctor. He's not that involved. And my mom is an RN. So I come from an educated family, educated background. My mom's crazy. I mean,
Mommy did.
yeah, she's like mommy dear. No. Actually, I had, other than the sad part of divorce and the things that people naturally go through when parents separate.
Of course.
But other than that, I mean, I had an okay childhood, but. And I was a tomboy growing up.
Interesting.
People are like, what? I'm like, makeup, hair done, frilly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't stop being a tomboy until I was like 14.
Oh.
Like, I was rough and tough with the boys.
Yeah.
I was down. I played soccer since I was 6. Like, I was down.
Okay.
Yeah. That's changed.
You see that? Well, how about this? Name 3 things that you would tell your younger self.
Actually, I would tell my younger self to stay on the path that you are going, because everything that you've done will lead you to right now.
That's good. That's very good. I love that. That's awesome. Everything is awesome.
Yeah, all right. I'm glad you like my word. I use that a lot too.
You should keep that. That's amazing. So I'll tell you what Glitzylicious is. So I have like the main thing, Glitzy Entertainment, and Glitzylicious is demonstrating the essence of glamour and uniqueness that always leaves you with the whimsical smile.
Smile.
Wordy but true. It's just like, something that you can embody. And I walk around and I am Glitzylicious. And I love me some me. I don't have my pen on today, but you would see it normally. So why is it that you love you some you?
Because I have become authentic with myself. I have understood that no, I'm not gonna look like the people in the magazine. No, I'm not gonna have the same experience as someone else or the same blessing as someone else. But I understand now that what I have is special, and what my blessing is just as great as someone else's.
That is amazing. Yes, I love that. No, I totally love that, because it's talking about like comparing yourself to other people, and you can't do that.
You can't.
You have to be you, be true to you,
and it's hard to learn.
Yeah,
because we're put in this media,
yeah,
social media. especially with women, you're just constantly bombarded with how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to talk, how you're supposed to walk. And, you're getting that as a kid on up. And as for a woman, it's just really difficult. They had what was his? D.L. Hughley was saying, he's a comedian, and he was saying that Caitlyn Jenner, who's a transgender, he was like, I don't think she's pretty. And then, but Serena Williams is a beautiful woman to him, but the media was saying, man, why is Caitlyn Jenner getting all this backlash? And I'm like, welcome to a woman's world.
Right.
Welcome.
Yes.
We are constantly criticized and judged on everything. And now coming from a man's perspective, and you're transitioning into a woman, now you see exactly what we go through.
Right.
Like, it's difficult. And for you to finally get in your head, I don't have to look like that.
Yeah. I
don't have to be this type of person. I can just be me.
Yeah. And that is okay.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah. That's enough.
Amazing. So, let's start wrapping it up. And if you could name a good book or a resource and tool that you would recommend for our listeners.
Well, of course, I would recommend 2 Loud Magazine. Pick that up. Right. Let's see. A good book or good tool. It's a good tool. I don't know. What would be a good tool or book? Let me see. What do I?
What have you read last?
Oh my God, I've been reading so many 5th grade books.
Parent life.
Right. I'll just stick with the good old Bible. Well, actually, I mean, it is. That's the book I've been reading. I have actually been, really getting back into the root of the Bible. When I'm just driving up the street, we just, took a trip to Lufkin, and I'm like, I'm all into it. But I would just say the Bible, and then a good tool that I would use, confidence. I'll just say not a physical tool, but have confidence in yourself. Period.
Well, that's great. That is amazing, because we always need that, and sometimes people need to hear that, hey, your tool is confidence.
Right.
Have it.
Keep it in your back pocket. Exactly. No matter what they're telling you.
Yeah. I love that. Fantastic. Okay, so this is on one of the final things. We're going to do 10 seconds of motivation. It's a glitzy entertainment thing, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to motivate our listeners and say whatever it is that's on your heart.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I have to preach my same sermon. I'm sorry. But to motivate each other, you have to help each other. Someone will have an idea or a business or anything that you can contribute to or help. Do that, and you never know what your blessing may be in turn. Okay. Sounds good. Way over 10 seconds, but we'll roll with it. Okay. I'm sorry. We'll see what I can cut for Instagram. No, it's good though. It's good because people need to know. People need to know that, and help each other. Help each other. I'm a firm believer in that, because that's what everything that I want to do and everything that I do is helping everybody. We can all lend a helping hand. Exactly. Be one big happy team. Right. Exactly. Well, thank you so much. If you don't mind, can you please share some contact information so people can reach you? Absolutely. My personal Instagram is Ashley Too Loud. That's Ashley #2 LOUD. Also, Too Loud Magazine, which is Too Loud Mag, the #2 LOUDMAG. That's the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook, all of that. All of our contact information is on the @TooLoudMag and the Ashley Too Loud Mag. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ashley, for joining us. I appreciate You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Of course. All right. Until next time, ladies. Thank you for listening, queens. Were you encouraged by today's episode? Are you ready to live? Is it time to press reset on your life? If so, visit glitzyent.com to find out more about our guests and resources mentioned on the show. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, you are not alone. On that note, let's end with the jam session.
You're before me, behind me, everywhere you're with me. I know I'll never
1,000 second chances. And when I get to $9.99, I get to press reset.
L-O-V-E love.